So Donald Trump and Elon Musk announced that they are cutting USAID. And I asked myself, what exactly is USAID? And so I asked a friend. Actually, I asked DeepSeek. That's who I asked. What is USAID? And this is what DeepSeek says about USAID. USAID, or the United States Agency for International Development, is an independent agency of the US federal government that is primarily responsible for administering civilian foreign aid and development assistance. So, and then it breaks down the areas of focus, the key areas of focus. So the first one is global health. USAID supports programs aimed at combating infectious diseases such as HIV, AIDS, malaria, tuberculosis, which I guess is a good thing. It also goes to say that improving maternal and child health, which I find quite surprising. And you know why? Because America has one of the highest infant and maternal mortality in the whole of the Western world. So it has such poor outcomes, especially for Black mothers. And I'm wondering why, instead of helping those in America, they are focusing on those outside of America, which is quite strange. And then it is also there strengthening healthcare systems around the world. Now, America has a really terrible healthcare system, mainly because it's unaffordable. And actually, many people, I've literally heard of people who have broken their legs, and basically they bind their legs with something and wear special boots because they've broken their legs and they cannot afford to go to hospitals. So this USAID is actually quite interesting. And I'm not saying it is something that is masquerading as something else, but let us read on what DeepSeek says about USAID. So it also supports another area of focus is economic growth and trade. So the agency promotes sustainable economic development by supporting agriculture, entrepreneurship, and trade. Do you know why I'm laughing? Because American conglomerates like Monsanto and the likes, they don't support local agriculture. What they aim to do is introduce those horrible seeds that they trap poor countries in, like India, and they're seeking to do like in Kenya and the rest of Africa. So this is where they're spending their money on. Okay, because they don't care about the growth of people of Somalia. They just certainly don't give a toss about the development for the people of Congo. So whose trade and growth, economic growth, are they? Okay, but let us read on. Another key area of focus is democracy. Democracy. What exactly do you mean democracy? Like you're trying to bring democracy to Ukraine? But you guys literally funded, you spent 2 years funding the destruction of a whole people. Whose human rights are you and democracy are you looking after? That's really interesting. So it says democracy, human rights, and governance. USAID works to strengthen democratic institutions and promote human rights if you belong to the right race. Basically, this is what this is saying. And support free and fair elections. They support free and fair elections, and yet they have been like literally the force for destabilization of countries. I mean, if you look at even the Congo, Patrice Lumumba and a lot of leaders who have been overthrown, it has been to do with the assistance of Americans. So basically, this is code word for getting rid of people we don't like to imposing dictators. This is this is coded language, okay? So another area of key area of focus is education. The agency supports initiatives to improve access to quality education, particularly for girls and marginalized communities. Now let's talk about that for just 1 minute, because I would imagine part of this is what was funding Meg Whitman's project in Kenya. And one of the things that she tried to implement was basically something an addition of taxes to sanitary towels. And adding taxes to sanitary towels in Kenya would basically mean girls will find it unaffordable to buy sanitary towels. And you know what happens to girls when they cannot afford sanitary towels? They miss school. They don't go to school. So basically, this fund is being used to do the opposite, to hold back girls from going to school. Let's look further. So it also says number 5 of the key area of focus is humanitarian assistance. USAID provides emergency relief in response to natural disasters, conflicts, and other crises, including food, aid, shelter, and Medicare, like you did in Haiti. Let us see what you actually did in Haiti. Now, not a single person in Haiti would say that any money was spent, and I cannot vouch for this, okay? But all I know is there's been a huge controversy about what help was given to Haiti after the disastrous earthquake. And America, okay, so let's see, another key area of focus is environment and climate change. The agency supports efforts to address environmental challenges, including climate change, biodiversity loss, and sustainable resource management. How are you doing that? By helping with the drilling of oil. Do you remember? Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. You remember that? Drill, baby, drill. You were dredging and drilling the seabed in Antarctica. This is where the money is going. It sounds like actually withholding the USAID probably is going to do a lot of good to the world. And I hate to say this, it seems like amongst the chaos that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are causing, there may be some good that's going to come out of it. So how USAID operates in partnerships? USAID collaborates with governments and non-governmental organizations, private sector companies, and other stakeholders to implement its programs. Funding. The agency receives funding from the US Congress and allocates it to various projects and initiatives around the world. I mean, I think I've had enough. I've read enough to make up my mind whether the USAID was doing a good thing or a bad thing. What do you think? Guys, let me know what you think. What do you think? Good or bad? I don't know.